That's the result. It's obviously what you wanted. The fact they scored 22 unanswered points and then you came back at them again must have been enormously pleasing.
Yeah, the fighting spirit in the boys was definitely shown. It was needed today. I think there's plenty that we take out of that game from what we can improve on, but to see the boys in the positions they were, and probably a bit stop-startish in how we're performing, I suppose, throughout that game, but the boys were able to dig deep and find something towards the end.
Greg, is there anything you can't do as a team after, sort of coming back from that? It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we just got to uphold our standards, and today wasn't our best day. Even though we walked away with the win, was disappointing in areas of that match. So we got to go back to the drawing board and have a look at ourselves and continue on the next week.
How much of a positive is that you can play your best but still got the win?
Oh, massive. We got still improvements within ourselves, and I said that last week. And I think we took a step backwards compared to our game last week, and we just got to, like I said, the satisfying thing is that we can look at improvements areas of our game.
Seems to be great belief in the side, match. Come from the grand final last year, or started before that?
I think that the belief's been growing in the team, and still is. I think for Greg to sit here and acknowledge that we weren't at our best, and the players themselves just spoke about it, and the improvements that we know we can have in the team. I guess that comes back to the belief factor, but I think we've got to go back and look at areas of improvement, because we're on to round 3 now, and we played a very good team in the Roosters. They've got 2 very good halves, and their forwards, they came at us, and obviously they've got a good backfield. So we just got to look at the lessons we learned out of that one, and focus around what we do next.
Perhaps obviously a huge release when Adam Reynolds come back on.
Yeah, it always is. I think we probably lost our way a little bit there when he went off, but the players regrouped and they got themselves back into what we needed to do. But obviously Adam's a big part, along with everyone in our team. I thought he performed very well at the back end of the game and was able to steer us around and came up with a great effort to put Rocket over on the sideline, on the try line, I should say.
He's obviously one of your playmakers, but can you explain why the momentum shifted so significantly when you did get off?
I think that's part of the game. I think we obviously hung onto the ball early, and I think the Roosters completed about 95%. So when any team's sort of doing that to any team, and we unfortunately kicked the ball dead a number of times, which gives the opposition a 7 set. It makes things difficult for you. But we found through our defence that we stuck solid, and we had to defend our way out of it. And then once we got the ball back, we obviously got back into control.
Obviously, when Adam came back, his kicking game wasn't the best.
I thought towards the back end of the game it was. He understands that the start probably wasn't what his standards are about. But he recognises those sorts of things, and the boys are pushing all those sorts of things when they're out in the field. So while they're doing that, the belief's strong, and we just got to keep at the things that we hold as our standards that we talk about.
Do you think he was trying too hard to do something, because obviously 16, the game had swung while he was on?
No, not at all. I just think we just needed to be more aware of what was going on at the time and the people that are on the field. I mean, John goes to 6. He's played plenty of 5'8" before, and I thought Luke Keary himself was crook for the last couple of days, and to find the effort that he did and play the way he did, it just says a lot about us as a team. They just enjoy playing together. That's what we've got to look forward to.
Madge, what can you say about the try Greg set up on to be played the game? Would have been able to do that?
Pretty good. It's a great effort in what he does. I guess it takes the team to be able to do those sorts of things, but he's a special talent along with a lot of our players, and as Greg just said, we've got to look at what we need to take out of this game and move on to the next one.
Do you think something was on Greg when he picked the ball?
No, I think it's just one of those instinct things that kick in. It's it just comes back to a team effort. That's if AJ wasn't there, then I wouldn't pass the ball, get tackled, and roll on from that. So everyone plays a big part in those plays.
Madge, what about the various sports in the second half? George, particularly, pushing the front foot.
Yeah, those 2 boys are growing in the way they're playing. I think George obviously really come along in his game, and so has Tom. I think Tom's got a lot of improvements in areas of his game, along with all our players. But I think the way Tom's growing now, he's really following George's lead. So to have those 2 boys to be able to either one come off the bench or out there together, it's a good thing to have.
Greg, when you played for Melbourne, obviously you probably expected to win because you were so strong, and then even when you played for Queensland, I guess you
Yeah, look, we're growing our own beliefs within our squad. Obviously, I was fortunate enough to play with those sides, but I'm here at South Sydney, and leading these boys out each and every week. So I'd take that as a huge honour. So, we just got to keep growing our belief and growing our standards within our group.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Match.